Hi, I'm Tony Fowle. This is just one video in a series of tutorial videos showing how to use my motorcycle setup software, which you can see more details of on my website at www.tonyfowle.com. This tutorial is just to demonstrate some changes and addition that have been made to the Wholebike trim screen. There's been a slight layout change in this area of the screen purely to incorporate some extra features. Okay, first of all, there's just a new data box here which gives us a value for the rear ride height, and the position of that is also shown here with this green icon. As we change the load on it, we can see how that moves in different positions, and we see the value change up here. The more significant functional addition to this screen is accessed through this button here, the fork height. If we click on that, we open up a small screen here where we can enter in the change of fork height. Now this is the amount that we can slide the fork sliders in their clamps. For example, if we move the fork sliders 10 millimeters upwards in their clamps, in other words the front of the bike would be lowered, we can enter in 10 millimeters here. If we enter in a negative value, it's the same as if we pull the fork legs by that amount out of the clamps, hence raising the front. Just to see how it works, let's enter in a value here of 10 millimeters. Remember, this isn't the actual fork height, this is the change in the fork height. So we enter in the value that we want and just simply click on the apply change button. We could see that the front dipped down a little bit, and up here in the data boxes we can see the changes in the rake or the new values of the rake and trail, center of gravity, height, load distribution, etc. Okay, in this case the ride height didn't change by any significant amount because it was at the back and we were changing the front. If we only just wanted to see the effect of making this change, but we didn't want it to permeate through everything else in the setup parameters of the bike, we can just simply click on the undo changes button and we revert back to the original state. However, if we wanted to, let's put 10 millimeters in here again and apply the change. If we wanted to have that change as being our new setup value throughout all the analysis in the program, we can just click on the update project button. Okay. Now if we have made this change, which we can see here, and decide to apply it, whether we update the project or not, when we click on the plot button and get the value of the different parameters plotted under different conditions of braking and acceleration, as we have been able to do with the program in the past, then it will reflect this change of the fork height. It may seem strange that on this screen we don't have a similar provision in order to be able to change the ride height at the rear. The reason for this is there are so many different ways of changing the ride height at the rear depending on the complexity of the suspension unit in use, of the suspension system in use. For example, if we've got a rocker and link system, we might change the ride height by changing the length of the shock. We might do it by changing the length of the link, or maybe there's an adjustable yoke on the chassis which we can adjust to adjust the ride height. So that feature has been added to the program as of version 1.22, but we access it from the rear suspension screen, okay, which will be shown in a separate tutorial. Well, that's it for now. To make sure that you don't miss any more of these tutorial videos on the motorcycle setup software, I suggest that you tick the like button on this one and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Motor Chassis. For more information about the suspension setup software and my book on chassis design, I suggest you visit my website at www.tonyfowle.com. Thanks for watching.